Okay, third time's a charm. First two times I've recorded this, I've got weird flashing lights happening across the screen that were even more distracting than the fact that the camera cannot decide where it's going to focus. So here we go once more. Had a request for the surds question. It was actually question number 21. We've got surds on the top and bottom of this fraction, and it's a rationalizing the denominator question. So I need to multiply the denominator here by its complete the square counterpart if we think of it as a quadratic. So the problem is we've got 5 plus the surd rather than the surd plus a number, so it might look like it's going to be a bit more difficult, but actually it's exactly the same. So I'm just going to take 5 minus root 8 as my multiplier, and I need to do the same to the top, but I'm not going to put anything up here just yet because we're going to do something to make it the whole process a bit easier, a bit quicker. So let's do the bottom first. We've got 5 times 5 is 25, and we've got 5 times negative root 8, 5 times positive root 8. They cancel out, so nothing to do there. And then root 8 times minus root 8, well, that's just going to be minus 8. And 25 minus 8 is 17, which is what we're heading towards. So denominator done. Now we just got to think about the top now. Root 8 I know can be rewritten as root 4 times 2, which is root 4 is just 2, and that's 2 root 2. So I'm actually going to do that up here because I've got a root 2 on this side as well, so just tidying it up and making it a bit easier to work through. The top I'm going to do with a bit of grid method. So I've got 3 and root 2, and I've got 5 and negative 2 root 2. So 5 times 3 gives me 15. 5 times root 2 is 5 root 2. And 3 times negative 2 root 2 is negative 6 root 2. And then minus 2 root 2 multiplied by root 2, well, root 2 times root 2 is 2, and minus 2 times root 2 times root 2 is minus 4. Okay. Now, these two are going to cancel out because I've got minus 6 and 5 root 2's, and that's going to cancel out to 1 root 2, or negative 1 root 2, excuse me, which is perfect. So that's that comes from. And then 15 minus 4 is 11, so we've got the numerator, and we've shown how we get from that to that.